Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
Today I take an opportunity to express my gratitude towards one of the most profound, powerful leader, women emancipator, a powerful politician, a theorist, a prolific writer, world's finest economist, an anthropologist, a sociologist, the first Law Minister of independent India, an intellectual giant, the symbol of knowledge, the founding father of modern India, Bharat Ratna, the world's #1 scholar, the greatest man, the greatest Indian, Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. Baba Saheb. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was born on 14th April 1891 in Mahu, near Indore, in the central province, now Madhya Pradesh. He was the 14th child of his parents. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar's life was marked by struggles, but he proved that every obstacle in life can be carried forward with talent and determination. The biggest hurdle in his life was the caste system, according to which the family in which he was born was considered untouchable. In the year 1907, young Bhimrao passed the matriculation examination from Bombay University with flying colors. Later in 1930, he graduated in political science and economics from Bombay University. Around the same time, his father passed away. Although he was going through a bad time, Bhimrao decided to accept the opportunity to go to USA for further studies at Columbia University, for which he was awarded a scholarship by the Maharaja of Baroda, Sayaji Gaikwad. Bhimrao remained abroad from 1913 to 1917 and again from 1920 to 1923. During this period, he had established himself as an eminent intellectual. Columbia University has awarded him a PhD for his thesis, which was later published in a book from under the title The Evolution of Provincial Finance in British India. But his first published article was Castes in India, The Mechanism, Genesis and Development. During his stay in London from 1920 to 1923, he also completed his thesis titled The Problem of Rupee, for which he was awarded the degree of Doctor of Science. Before his departure for London, he had taught at a college in Bombay. By the time he returned to India in April 1923, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar had equipped himself fully to wage war against the practice of untouchability on behalf of the untouchable and downtrodden. Meanwhile, the political situation in India had undergone substantial changes and the freedom struggle in the country had made significant progress. While Bhimrao was an ardent patriot on one hand, he was savior of the oppressed, women and poor on the other. He fought from them throughout his life. In 1923, he set up the Bahishkrit Hitakarni Sabha, Outcast Welfare Association, for spreading education and culture amongst the downtrodden, improving the economic status and raising matters concerning their problems in the proper forums to focus attention on them, and finding solutions to the same. In 1927, he led the Mahad March at the Chowdar Tank. This marked the beginning of anti-caste and anti-press movement. The temple entry movement launched by Dr. Ambedkar in 1930 at Kalaram Temple, Nasik, is another landmark in the struggle of human rights and social justice. In 1947, when India became independent, he became the first Law Minister of independent India. Dr. Ambedkar had differences of opinion with the government over the Hindu Code Bill, which led to his resignation as a law minister. The Constituent Assembly entrusted the job of drafting the constitution to a committee, and Dr. Ambedkar was elected as the chairman of the drafting committee. While he was busy with drafting the constitution, India faced several crises. In the beginning of 1948, Dr. Ambedkar completed the draft of the constitution and presented in the Constituent Assembly. He laid special emphasis on dignity, unity, freedom, and the rights of all citizens. As enshrined in the Constitution, Dr. Ambedkar advocated democracy in every field: social, economic, and political. For him, social justice meant maximum happiness to maximum number of people. On 14th October 1956, he embraced Buddhism along with many of his followers. The same year, he completed the last writing, Buddha and his Dhamma. Dr. Ambedkar's patriotism started with the upliftment of the downtrodden and the poor. He fought for their equality and rights. His ideas about patriotism were not only confined to the abolition of colonialism, but he also wanted freedom for every individual. For him, freedom without equality, democracy, and equality without freedom could lead to absolute dictatorship. Since 1948, Ambedkar suffered from diabetes. He was bedridden from June to October in 1954. Due to medication side effects and poor eyesight, his health worsened during 1955. 3 days after completing his final manuscript, The Buddha and his Dhamma, Dr. Babasaheb died in his sleep on 6 December 1956 at his home in Delhi. The saddest day in the history of India, 6 December is also known as Mahaparinirvan Din. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is known as the architect of Indian Constitution. His hard work in the drafting of the Constitution and making it a powerful tool for social and economic empowerment of the downtrodden are praiseworthy. He ensured that there are appropriate checks and balances in the democratic system of government and ensured that the three wings of executive, legislature and judiciary functions independently with accountability to one another. In the course of his most eventful life, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar made outstanding contribution as an economist, sociologist, anthropologist, educationist, journalist, as an authority of comparative region, as a policy maker, as an administrator, and as a parliamentarian. Above all, he was a renowned jurist. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was one of the most influential figures in Indian history. No wonder the celebration of his birthday takes place with such pride in the form of Ambedkar Jayanti. The name of this greatest Indian patriot will always remember alive in the pages of history and the heart of every Indian. Jai Hind.
ये संविधान सभा गंभीरतापूर्वक और दृढ़ निश्चय के साथ भारत को स्वतंत्रता गणराज्य और सर्वसत्ता संपन्न घोषित करती है और भविष्य में इसके प्रशासन के लिए संविधान तैयार करने की घोषणा करती है।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम।
नमस्ते बापू।
आओ जवाहर आओ।
बापू, मुझे आपसे एक मुद्दे पर चर्चा करनी है।
बोलो जवाहर।
वो यह मुद्दा है, इतने सालों की तपश्चर्या के बाद और हमारे हजारों देशवासियों के बलिदान और उनके कठिन संघर्ष के बाद हमारा देश आज़ाद हुआ है और हम अंग्रेज़ों से आज़ाद हो गए। लेकिन फिर भी मुझे एक चिंता सताई जा रही है।
वो क्या है जवाहर?
इस देश में तरह तरह के लोग, विविध प्रकार की संस्कृतियाँ और उन लोगों की मान्यताएं, इन सबको बरकरार रखने के लिए हमें एक ऐसा संविधान, एक ऐसा कानून बनाना पड़ेगा जिससे कि इस देश की गरिमा, शांति और एकता बरकरार रहे।
सही कहा तुमने जवान।
लेकिन मुझे ये कार्य बहुत कठिन और महाकाय लग रहा है। इस विशाल और पवित्र कार्य को कौन अंजाम देगा बापू?
मैं तुम्हारी चिंता समझ सकता हूँ। इतना मुश्किल कार्य करने के लिए हमें एक ऐसे व्यक्ति की जरूरत है जो बहुत ही विद्वान, उच्च शिक्षित, ईमानदार और एक देशभक्त हो। मुझे तो एक ही व्यक्ति नजर आ रहा है जो इस महान कार्य को अंजाम दे सके।
डॉक्टर अंबेडकर?
सही कहा जवाहर तुमने।
ठीक है बापू, चलता हूँ। नमस्ते।
नमस्ते।
पंडित जी, डॉक्टर अंबेडकर आए हैं।
आने दो उन्हें। आइए अंबेडकर जी, बैठिए।
शुक्रिया।
आपको पता है मैंने आपको यहाँ पर क्यों बुलाया है? हम चाहते हैं आप आज़ाद हिंद की राष्ट्र सरकार में शामिल हो जाए। आपको मंजूर है?
ये इस बात पर निर्भर करेगा जवाहरलाल कि मुझे कौन सा विभाग।
कानून?
वहाँ काम तो काफी होगा ना?
बहुत है, फिक्र मत कीजिए। कई नए कामों को कानूनी जामा पहनाना है।
हाँ, हिंदू कोड बिल जो अधूरा पड़ा है, नहीं?
उसका फैसला भी हम जल्दी साथ में करेंगे। मुझे खुशी है, हम साथ में काम करेंगे।
राष्ट्रपति महोदय सर, मैं ड्राफ्टिंग कमेटी द्वारा निश्चित की हुई संविधान की रूपरेखा को प्रस्तुत करता हूं और निवेदन करता हूं कि इस पर विचार किया जाए। मुझे जो भी श्रेय दिया जा रहा है वो मेरे अकेले का नहीं है। इस श्रेय का कुछ हिस्सा जाता है सर BN राव को, जो इस सभा के संवैधानिक सलाहकार हैं, जिन्होंने ड्राफ्टिंग कमेटी के विचार करने के लिए संविधान का कच्चा मसूदा तैयार किया है। इस श्रेय का कुछ हिस्सा उस ड्राफ्टिंग कमेटी के सदस्यों को भी जाना चाहिए। मैं यहां पर संविधान की अच्छाइयां गिनाने नहीं जाऊंगा, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि संविधान कितना भी अच्छा क्यों ना हो, वो अंततः बुरा साबित होगा अगर उसे इस्तेमाल में लाने वाले लोग बुरे हों, और संविधान कितना भी बुरा क्यों ना हो, वो अंततः अच्छा साबित होगा अगर उसे इस्तेमाल में लाने वाले लोग अच्छे हों। इसलिए जनता और उसके राजनीतिक दलों की भूमिका को संदर्भ लाए बिना संविधान पर कोई भी निर्णय देना या कोई भी टिप्पणी करना मेरे विचार में व्यर्थ होगा। जय हिंद।
यहां आसन पर बैठे हुए और प्रतिदिन की कार्रवाई को नजर रखते हुए मुझे यह प्रतीत होता है, जो किसी और को नहीं हुआ होगा, कि कितनी उत्साह और लगन से संविधान समिति के सदस्यों ने और खास तौर पे उनके चेयरमैन डॉक्टर अंबेडकर जी ने अपनी सेहत खराब होते हुए भी यह काम पूरा किया। देश के राष्ट्रपति होने के नाते मैं आप सभी का शुक्रगुजार हूं और आप सभी का अभिनंदन करता हूं। जय हिंद।